Is this the 40k rant stream you were told about? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Nope, I never rant about 40k. Never.
I have an urge to smash bugs.
Years. I can't remember any of the controls, so this is going to be a shit show.
Oh my god. they're like fucking 4 buttons, man.
I know, I
It's
just
like,
fuck it up every time. Like, I can't counter, I can't
shoot-
block.
What is it? Shoot, melee, dodge, and parry. 4 fucking buttons.
And after we had that conversation, I fell headfirst back into all of those, 40k lore videos. And so I was like, what are the Tyranids? Like going through all the different things that they do. So I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm not really a Tyranid guy. I don't really know much about them beyond big bugs that eat shit.
From what I understand, the Tyranids were one of the very, very few things that Space Marines were actually kind of on level with. Because if Space Marines were fucking dealing with like insurrectionists or whatever, fucking easy, like you squish them, and you can actually see that in the game when you play some of the you can literally run through humans and they turn into mist.
Oh yeah. Well, you realise that the Space Marines were made. So we're not made for this. We're not meant to. Technically, we're probably not meant to be here. So we were like do you know what the Great Crusade is?
No.
Like, longest story short, Earth was alone, and the Great Crusade was to basically conquer the entire galaxy. So we were the shock troopers that were meant to do that. There were millions of us, and we were meant to plow forward, and then humans were meant to come in and take over. And then what would happen to us? Well, it was quietly implied that we might be off.
Decommissioned.
Yes.
Yeah, decommissioned.
But, of course, then a civil war happened, and then the crusade never had its conclusion. So we're still around when we shouldn't be. For 10,000 years.
No, there's the fucking entire, like, I've fallen ass first into the 40k low. Like, I don't know what it is about it that I have completely ignored it right up until this point in my life. The doors just cracked open with this game, and I've just gone, whoa, I actually fucking love this. The story here. Every time they talk about like machines, I get such a kick out of it. I'm like, this is just awesome.
But do you know what I really like? And this is I'm not going to rant. As the setting is getting a bit more mainstream, it's starting to lose this edge, which is a real shame because I really like it. It's one of the very few fictional settings that we have available where everything is fucked. I don't mean like, oh no, the bad guys are coming. I mean like, we've lost so much information on the past that we don't even know what we've lost. As in, it's not a case of, humanity will achieve greatness. We just need... No, everything's going down the plug hole. Like, human extinction is probably inevitable. And it's just it's a rage against the darkness where...
Well,
I
feel like the general thing I got from it is that there's no one is fucking good in 40k. Like, even if you look at the fucking whatever they're called, the insect fuckers we're dealing with now, from a theoretical standpoint, they're not actually bad guys. They're bad guys for us, but they're just doing their biomass thing.
They're ideologically pure.
Yeah, they just get to consume, and it is completely dispassionate as well.
Exactly that.
So,
yes.
So it's like you sit there and you go, I kind of see the point there, like you know.
The universe is full of both dispassionate, just hate, it's just uncaring, but also, there is a universe out there that fucking hates humanity and wants to destroy them. Do you know about the Immaterium, to keep it very brief?
No.
So there's like a dimension behind real space called the warp, and it's like a dark mirror, and so like emotions are reflected in it, which doesn't normally matter, who gives a shit. But the problem is, because so many humans exist, and they're all having, obviously humans are, we
emotional
have
creatures.
vice, So because of that, we've kind of stirred up the warp, so that in the warp now, there are evil entities that are trying to attack us and kill us. So we've got a bit of a fuck up here, because the more humans there are, the more unstable the warp is. So it's a case, the only way to calm it down is to kind of eliminate humanity, in one way of thinking. So that's full like Thanos fucking vision basically. There is to So we've kind of got this problem where we're fighting the mirror, like constantly. The chaos is attacking us, and we're making chaos.
So that's warp space, right? So I'm guessing that's tied to like travel mechanics somehow.
Yes, that's FTL travel. We dip into the warp briefly and drive.
But what happens? When you're in warp space and there are all of these evil entities around, is there like a threat? So is there like an actual threat?
Yeah. Yes. So you see these panels here. Big shutters come down all the lights go down, we all go on high alert and basically lock the whole crew down, and then spend several weeks in isolation. There's a big bubble of of real space around us being projected. It's called a Geller field, and if it fails, even for a second, they'll get in.
Oh, that's... Okay.
And you will hear them clawing at the hull, or trying to claw at the Geller field. They're out there, man. Chaos is out there.
I don't like it.
Imagine Event Horizon.
like
They're
it.
basically that. Ooh,
Or seen.
have you seen the YouTube video Astartes?
No.
Oh my god, dude! I've got to
I've
send
not
you.
seen anything.
I've
Nothing.
got someone send him Astartes.
The games?
No,
Like the
it's a
games? Nothing.
YouTube video that a fan made. It's a fan-made machinima, and it's so fucking awesome that it blew everything Games Workshop ever made out of the water.
Oh my god.
It's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. Holy shit! I can't believe you haven't seen it. I'll send it to you.
And then
I'll
to
watch
get
it
him
after
to
this.
stop, they hired him.
Yeah, they actually had to hire the dude and make his
I love
Space
that.
Marine chapter canon. Because, long story short, like a whole bunch of like media has them talking. You know, the Space Marines. It's like Battle Brother, let's do this. Battle Brother, let's do that. But Astartes is just 10 minutes of Astartes fucking shit up.
Right, okay, got you.
It's awesome. Just in total silence. They don't say a word. They just blow people to pieces.
Now I want to watch this
Yeah.
even more.
I'm in.
The call for aid.
How cool.
Let us hope we are not too late.
So look at these pillars, Si. Oh,
One sec. What pillars? What?
these pillars. These are so some people.
Oh, yeah,
are,
yeah.
So some people have a mutation which makes them psychic, and normally
Okay.
they're killed outright as witches and heretics or whatever. But some of them are made useful. They're what the fuck's falling?
This is more like it.
They're people falling from above.
Maybe if they get used up, they just kick them out.
But they shouldn't be used up that quickly. Anyway, but some of them are psychic and they're forced to serve the
Fire
Imperium,
weapon.
sending
That's-
messages.
That is rather sketch, I think.
This wouldn't be the people that they're sacrificing for the throne.
No. We're nowhere near the Golden Throne.
What do you mean the people were sacrificing for the throne? What?
So to
Mhm,
power the throne that the Emperor took to, they have to sacrifice 10,000. Is it 10,000?
The numbers are weird. It's 1,000 people every day. Is it 1,000 every day?
It's either 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000. Obviously, they're very different, but it's a lot.
Yeah, they round up anyone with psychic potential and put them on massive black barges, black ships, and take them back to Earth, Terra, where they're fed into
Yeah.
the Golden Throne, fed to the Emperor,
When you say fed, like,
psychically
So they're-
drained of
yeah,
their
So
souls.
they're using their
oh
psychic
fuck.
energy
Okay.
to...
I want to know more about the Emperor. He's a very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to know more?
Yes, I would like to know more about the Emperor. I'd like to subscribe to Emperor Fun Facts.
Oh shit! Wow, it's cool seeing these up close.
Rip Kyle.
Kyle D. Seed?
Yeah, we should wait here before we move forward. So what? Are these just like machines from like some kind of fucking mechanical age or something?
Sort
Very
of.
steampunky type.
How to summarize it? The lore's a bit confusing because it's changed so much, but a robotic race of Terminator-like creatures who once purged the galaxy of all life and then went to sleep. Sort of. You know the Reapers from Mass Effect?
Not really.
Basically farming life, essentially,
Right,
to
so
feed their gods.
Right. Okay. So they're basically fucking Tyranids plus, just mechanical Tyranids, basically.
Basically, they're so technologically advanced that we can't even begin to understand it. They're so unbelievably advanced. Unfortunately, the lore's gotten a bit stupid with them over the last few years. But that was the original incarnation of them. This, like, force that is sleeping, and if they ever wake up... It's Cthulhu, basically. Yeah, it's difficult, because I'm causing a scub fight in the chat, because some people love the new lore. I think it's fucking stupid. Anyway.
I do notice with 40k is insanely fucking divisive
Yeah,
over who likes what lore,
Yep,
and people
yeah.
will rip themselves to shreds over it.
Yep, yeah, it is exactly that. But yeah, the Mechanicus have been, disassembling them when they're sleeping.
So they've been trying to... Hang on a minute. They've been disassembling them while they've been sleeping.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going, do you know what? That tiger's asleep. I'm going to
Yep.
give it I'm going to give it a lobotomy. Like, what?
Yep. Basically, yeah. Imagine finding Cthulhu sleeping and you start taking apart one of his tentacles.
I wonder how your toenails work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't seem too smart. to
So
me
long as they
anyway.
don't wake up, we'll be fine.
We don't know that.
So long as they don't wake up, we'll be fine.
Sorry,
Tomb
who
Kings.
created the Necrons?
Who created? So the Necrons were one of the first races to ever exist in the entire galaxy,
Right.
and they went to war against many other species. But there was this one really, really big war, and they
Okay.
ended up kind of losing. And in order to preserve themselves, they made a deal with an incredibly, like, really old godlike entities for immortality.
Which
Yep.
godlike entity, sorry?
They're called the. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. The Catan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly. They're the star
Special
gods.
tactics ready.
I'm sure Kyle
Right.
knows. Oh, he's gone.
How did the star gods weigh up against the Emperor, the Big E?
Yeah.
They'd own him. Oh, right, okay.
But they're like like basically gods. That eat stars. Anyway, they made a deal with them that in exchange, like, oh yeah, we'll serve you, blah blah blah. But it turns out they didn't realize that they were tricked. The star gods ate their souls and reduced them to like essentially robotic terminators.
Right.
And they, at least as far as I know in the old lore, scoured the universe of life to feed their gods. And then when they ran out of life to feed on, they went to sleep. Again, this is old lore.
Oh, the fucking dragon on Mars. Who'd he send to Mars?
Yes.
He sent someone to Mars to.
That's one of them.
Who'd he send to Mars? He sent one of his Was it a Primus that he sent to Mars to watch over the? a daughter or
Dahlia is her
something?
name. Dahlia Synth something? Dahlia? How do
she
you
a
know that lore?
Primus?
What the fuck? How do you know that?
Bro, I've been reading through the wiki. I told you, I just pulled threads that I'm fucking Dragon on
Yeah,
Mars.
no,
You
no,
think I
yeah,
didn't pull
yeah,
that
yeah.
thread?
Yeah.
It's like Dragon on Mars. Fuck yeah, I want to read about a dragon on Mars.
Yeah,
So yeah, I read
the
about that.
Emperor might have imprisoned one of the Catan on Mars. Might have. And he might have an agent, a very, very powerful agent, watching over it to make sure it doesn't wake up.
It's so fascinating, the concept of the reverse technological, like, you know, the older it is, the more technological.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Why though? Like,
Why?
what is like the logic behind that? Why have we over 40,000 years not been able to improve on the technology that existed at the start?
Because
Why is it backwards?
Basically, imagine if we got so advanced that we built automated libraries full of AI that
Yeah.
whenever we wanted something, we'd just say, hey, I need a lawnmower that squirts like jizz or something. And they go, okay. And then the AI just makes it for us. And then society got so complacent that AI did everything. And they didn't even have full libraries anymore. They just had AI that would just like make a copy of a copy of a copy. Anyway,
Right.
all of a sudden, the AI went rogue and tried to make humanity extinct and nearly fucking succeeded. It was a near run thing.
Right, so that's why we don't have AI, and that's why they
Yes.
have, like, for example, what do you call them? The slave labor fuckers, the ones that are all around us in the battle barges and shit.
Mechanicus, yes.
Yeah,
But-
but I mean the guys, servitors. That's it.
Yes.
So that's why we have servitors, right? It's because they're not allowed to have
Exactly,
AI.
exactly.
So they just right. Okay, cool.
So imagine if not only was all AI rebelled, everything from big constructs to your toaster, but
Yeah.
the library burnt down, the AI burnt down, the copies of the library burnt down, so all we could do was desperately scrabble for whatever tiny bit of parchment might exist. Like scraps is all we've got. Scraps.
Do you know what? Somewhere in the world, I can imagine a teacher stood there using this as an example of why everybody needs to learn how to do math on a fucking abacus instead of a calculator. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So unfortunately now, since all scraps are all we have, the Mechanicus like jealously hoard them, and they try to sort of like, as they're doing here, they're trying to grab as much as they can. But as a result, they've sort of retarded progress in the sense that, yeah, we probably could have, over time, learned how to do things again. But you've got this ultra-religious conservative bureaucracy that's now holding everyone back because they're hoarding everything because it's power.
The other interesting fucking thing is the Emperor being in his half-dead state is like, who's running everything?
Yes. Yeah,
It's
that-
supposed to turn up in people's dreams and shit like that,
Yeah.
but it's like,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
what's so cool about 40 Kids. I'm so pleased that you're getting into this. Because, that's what's so cool because, like, no one's at the wheel. The Emperor's...
Yeah.
Don't know. Like, the Primarchs are all dead or gone. And
they
they've
have-
yeah,
they
I
have
know.
the Lords of Terra, but I mean, Like they're all in it for their own game. you know?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's lesser men at the wheel because like no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Sorry, I'm trying not to whinge. This is what's so shitty about the new law because they're undoing that by bringing the Primarchs back. And soon, I bet you anything. I bet you any fucking money,
Oh, they're
the Emperor's going to
bringing
come back.
more Primarchs back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
They're
So
being stupid.
Guilliman came back. Johnson's back.
Yep.
Jagatai will probably show up.
I'm sure Dawn's coming back. It's like, oh fuck me.
But then you can play as one of the fuckers I like talking about, but can never remember their bloody names. I don't think he's going to come back. I feel like Custodes are the ones probably running the show, aren't they? Basically, in the background.
Well, they
Pretty
could have.
much.
They kind of just guard the Emperor.
They guard the Emperor, but they're also they're supposed to be his confidants, his mental equal to some degree or the other, his companions, all that sort of stuff. And they are the people for whom he turns up in their dreams with like a bunch of weird shit. I guess them and the Primarchs maybe.
Yeah.
So
But
that's the basis of running the fucking things. Oh, the Emperor came to me in a dream and he said all strawberries need to be painted blue.
Yeah.
And
But
so they
that's
go
the
and
thing.
do that.
The whole thing, the Imperium doesn't run in the sense that it's just the whole thing is just churning along on its own gargantuan inertia. You know, as in it's not run, it's not organized. Everything's just so ossified to a ridiculous degree that it's all like coming apart, and that's what's so beautiful about it.
I also love the fact that economically there is no concept economics in that there's no like global unified form of currency. There are credits and the fucking megacity thingies, but there's no actual currency, i.e. you work to live and live to work sort of thing pretty much.
It's a war economy.
Yeah, it's
It's
mad.
constant, just
Absolutely
mass
mad.
produce what we need for war and to send it to worlds and fronts that need it.
I'm like super. I was looking at the rest of the 40k games, like some of the other ones that I was like, oh yeah, maybe I could give this a shot. Weirdly enough, it was like, I mean, I guess it's stuff that most people have already played, stuff like Vermintide and things like that were currently interesting. Also, Total War Warhammer, 'cause that's cool. Yeah,
You probably
I
get them on
wanna-
Steam deals.
Well, I already have most of them. Because I have a fucking problem when I see things on sale. I'm just like,
Do you like RTS games?
yeah,
Try Dawn of War.
Dawn of War.
Ah.
Okay.
The original, not the second or the third.
I'm a bigger fan of the second, but we
Yeah,
can
I
both
respect
agree
that.
that the third was an absolute
Yeah.
travesty that should never be spoken of.
I think it's just that they're completely different genres. So if people enjoy the second one, then more power to them. But it's different from the first one. Yeah, Dawn of
I'm gonna
War's
go
good.
pee, brother.
Yeah.
I can still hear you.
Yeah.
So you can keep talking to me while I'm pissing.
You gotta piss in your fucking
Oh,
headset.
please let me hear it.
No, I'm not gonna. I wasn't going to, but now that you've asked so fucking politely,
Hey, Cyanide,
yes.
so you live with a female. Have you heard her
There we
pee?
go. What the fuck? Oh, for
Well,
fuck's sake, Si.
They
Are
sound
exceptionally fucking
like-
quiet when they pee, aren't they?
Okay, so I gotta disagree with you. It sounds like a fire hose, man.
Nah, I think I got a stealth pisser, but I'm not sure because I haven't actually, sat there and paid attention to whether or not I can hear her piss. So, Kyle, not something I genuinely think about.
Maybe you
Stealth
should.
pisser.
Have you never met someone that no matter what you like, they just pee into something and it's dead silent? It's like they're, yeah.
I suppose
So,
also mechanically speaking, it's closer to the water, whereas we stand high up and then belt it down.
Hey, speak for yourself, man. I'm a sitter when I'm at home.
You're a sitter.
You actually a sitter.
I sit every time when I'm at home. I'm not getting pissed on my seat.
I
What the
respect
fuck?
it. I respect it. I
Like
respect it.
drawing
I respect it.
shapes is half the fun.